can't remember being more disturbed, and the feeling of resentment that it stirred. The images laid bare before our eyes was counted by administration lies. A young mother murdered in her car, her family and her neighbors torn apart. A lawman passing judgment with his gun. Yes, this is what America's become. God, please help the USA, for all its friends have turned away. The land of hope and glory died the minute those 3 shots were fired. There's an enemy the likes we've never known, but the dollar doesn't stop with him alone. Their mission is to rule the human race, and the leader wears an ugly orange face. God, please help the USA, for all its friends have turned away. The land of hope and glory died the minute those 3 shots were fired. Let's scrutinize this dreadful man who is followed by his senseless clan. He fails at everything he does, and he's the only thing he loves. God, please help the USA, for all its friends have turned away. The land of hope and glory died the minute those 3 shots were fired. God, please help the USA, for all its friends have turned away. The land of hope and glory died the minute those 3 shots were fired. 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 The minute those 3 shots were fired.
New music playing on 101 FM. This is from Derek Pellicci's solo album, Welcome to the Human Race, playing on Logan City's 101 FM, the Thursday morning show. You'll remember Derek Pellicci from Little River Band. He was the drummer for years and years and years, and that's a very timely song, God Please Help the USA. I'm delighted to say that we're joined by the man himself, Derek Pellicci, on the line from Victoria. Welcome back to 101 FM, Derek.
Good morning, Jason. Lovely to speak with you again.
Congratulations on the solo album. It's controversial, it's thought-provoking, and you've combined with John Boylan, the former Little River Band producer, to put it together. Tell me the journey of this.
Well, look, without too long a preamble, when I left the Little River Band in '97, I'm hearing myself backwards, so it's throwing me off a little bit. When I left, I gave up drumming. I just thought I'd done enough with that, but I kept writing. And the funny thing is that probably the career that I would have had if I hadn't have been a drummer probably would have been somewhere in the prose or writing or journalism. That was the thing that I was encouraged to do when in my last years of high school. And I've always written poems, and there's always kind of crazy stuff going through my head all the time. But, you know, when my career went towards drumming, I just kind of put the pen away for quite a few years. But then when I gave up the drumming in 97, I picked up the pen again and just wrote for myself, you know. And I wrote with a lot of other people, friends in Los Angeles, friends in Nashville, guys in Sydney and around in Melbourne. And I just kept doing that for years and years and years. And I'd occasionally send songs out to other people. But I think the thing with my writing was it's a little esoteric. It's a little controversial, as you said. And a lot of people that don't write are the kind of acts that want to do love songs, you know, like I mentioned Julio Iglesias or Engelbert Humperdinck, Tom Jones, all the females like Diana Ross. They're looking for love songs, and sort of love songs in the true sense of the word are not really my forte. Look, I've written a couple, and it's like Van Morrison said, I wish I could write another love song. But so anyway, what I did was, you know, I kept writing, and I was sending songs to John Boylan, LRB's producer, as you mentioned, and John, look, surprisingly to me, became a real champion for my work. He said, Derek, especially the lyrics are really great, and if you can hook up with someone that kind of really relates to your lyrics, I'd like to, you know, do something. And what happened was two of my songwriting friends a couple of months ago introduced me to artificial intelligence. And I was like everyone else. The whole population seems to be against artificial intelligence, mainly because they think it's going to put people out of work. And I sort of was thinking that too. But from the moment I inputted some lyrics into artificial intelligence, it completely blew me onto my backside. And it just changed everything for me. I could then construct a song without any kind of compromise with a co-writer. I could take it wherever I wanted to take it. And, as you would probably know, Jason, to make a record of the caliber that Little River Band used to make costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so I thought I could finally do my own album here with using this artificial intelligence, and hopefully it won't upset too many of my contemporaries. But unfortunately, it sort of has upset some of my contemporaries. And I understand why, because they're all coming from the organic situation that we've all grown up with. But actually, to use my son Joel's analogy recently, he sort of says, hey, get with it. Bob Dylan went electric. And so I use that kind of analogy. It's like, this is a different era, and people tend to embrace technology. We've all embraced the iPhone and everything like that. CGI in movies, everyone embraces that. Not that I'm into it myself, but there's a whole world of people out there that are playing online gaming and everything like that. But there seems to be people who are against, artificial intelligence in the creation of music. But all I believe is at the end of the day, if this music moves you emotionally, then it's no different to organically created music. And it moves me emotionally, and, some of my friends or, people that have heard the album, it's moved them emotionally. And so I'm sort of saying, okay, leave the politics aside. Please just listen to the lyrics, listen to the music I've created, and make an unpolitical assessment.
Derek Pellicci is our guest on 101 FM. We're talking about his album, Welcome to the Human Race. Let's hear another track controversially made with artificial intelligence, of course, written by Derek, and also he's providing the percussion and drums. This is Like Aquarians Do.
It's 10 in the morning, not a cloud in the sky. No, it's the truth, why would he lie? It's so far away, the rest of the world, that it hasn't yet landed, the stone that he hurled. There are all kinds of people surviving out there. Do they think in a circle or outside the square? It's daytime or nighttime, depends relation to him, alone in his car. His drumming was great in the time-keeping vein. It reflected the state of his orderly brain. In matters of life, well, he just blundered through, followed his heart like Aquarians do.
We're listening to Like Aquarians Do. It's a song from Derek Pellicci's new album, the former Little River Band drummer. Welcome to the human race. I tell you, it's a tale about you, isn't it? Because you were born on the 18th of February. You recently turned 73. You celebrated your birthday in France. So you are a true Aquarian, aren't you?
I am. Like there's the good and the bad with all star signs. And I think and the good for me is, I sort of just go for it, and, my, more stable signs tend to make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. But, I'm really a true Aquarian. I just kind of go out and live life to its fullest, even though I've become a bit reclusive in the last few years. It's being reflected now in the way I'm writing my music, and as I said before, I just take it everywhere in all directions, and the results I'm getting are just fantastic. I've written about over 100 songs in the last 6 months, and that's more than I wrote in my entire life. That's the inspiration I'm getting from AI, and I can't make too much. I can't celebrate this technology any more than I am sort of waffling on about. It is just really terrific. And the point I make is I try to draw an analogy that it's like getting a group of people, like real musicians in a room or organic musicians in a room, and rehearsing through a song, which I've done a million times with Little River Band and various other sessions I've done. But the situation with AI is I'm in a room with computers and artificial intelligence, but I'm still controlling everything. I'm the guy that puts the lyrics in. I'm the guy that finds the perfect voice that matches the music. Let's look at the positives. When you're in a band and you've got one singer, you've got to try and you find songs that work with your singer. I don't have to worry about that. I take a song and I find the singer that works with the song, and it works beautifully.
Isn't that interesting? Derek Pellicci, of course, was with the band for years and years, and it was probably when he left the band in the late 90s that he started writing himself. We're going to go back to the solo album in a minute. I just want to play something I found that actually shows Derek playing and speaking to the Today Show in the United States in 1997 with Katie Couric. This is a huge show, and it's again part of the journey that Little River Band made around the world.
As part of our outdoor summer concert series, we take you back in time for a cool change with one of Australia's most successful rock bands ever. The group is called the Little River Band, and it's known for its unique harmonies and instrumentation, and they're currently on tour here in the United States. Many of us remember them from our lost youth. Derek Pellicci is the band's drummer. Derek, nice to see you. Welcome to New York. You all are currently on tour. Are you going all over the United States?
Well, we've been out for about two and a half months already. Tonight we play in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm looking at my little list.
Then
we go to Washington, PA, Naperville, Illinois, and then Schaumburg, and then we head into the Midwest, and then we end in Bakersfield on October 2nd.
Are a lot of people surprised when they find out that you guys are from Australia? Of course, many people know, but a lot of people think you're from the South, don't they?
Yeah, well, the name, helps in that respect, or doesn't help in that respect. But yeah, we're all in Australia. We've got a couple of guys that live in America these days, but we come out and we tour the world, but we still use Australia as a home base.
It must have been such a heady time in the late 70s and early 80s. You guys had one hit after another. Was it pretty exciting?
Oh, it was fantastic. And the great thing for us when we're out on the road is that those songs are very special to a lot of people. And we're out here on our 21st year now, and it's those songs that are so strong and give us that support.
Well, they definitely bring back a lot of memories for an awful lot of people. Derek, what are you going to play for us now?
We're going to do Lady for you now.
Lady. Okay. The Little River Band.
Thanks.
That was Derek Pellicci talking to Katie Couric on a huge show across America, the Today Show in 1997. Derek is on the line with the release of his new album, Welcome to the Human Race. Derek, before I ask you a little bit more about the solo album, tell me what you think the best live performance that LRB ever did from all those years of touring. I got a friend, Michael Calf, who's a massive LRB fan like me, who's listening in from the Newcastle area in New South Wales.
Well, I can tell you straight away, it sticks in my mind forever, was that we did a club that the Rolling Stones had played in Toronto, Canada, called the Elmer Combo Club. And we went into this little place and we thought, wow, you know, it's just a tiny little club. And we had been doing much larger venues. You know, we were kind of going up the ladder and enjoying greater success. And then we went into this little club and we were a little bit cocky. You know, we thought, oh, you know, this little club. But the reaction was absolutely nuts. And I've got an Australian friend of mine who was in the club that night, and he said, when you guys went off and they were hollering for an encore, we were worried that the place was going to fall down. They were stomping and freaking out, and it was just amazing. So even though it was a little small venue, that comes to mind. But Jace, there are so many special ones. I mean, opening for the Eagles in New York in an 80,000-seater Coliseum was incredible. And look, playing for Charles and Diana was pretty amazing. I mean, we had John Farnham in the band at that stage in '83. Yep. But that was, to meet Diana was just one of the great moments of my life. So there have been some pretty special gigs throughout the years.
Oh, I bet. You know, so many years, and here you are putting out great music. Welcome to the Human Race. It's the new album by Derek Pellicci, co-produced by John Boylan, of course, was the LRB producer for many albums. Now, what are you going to go out with? Do you want to go out with I Dream Alone or Back to Bellac? I Dream Alone was a song you did with Little River Band, and Back to Bellac is a song from the solo album. You have the honour, Derek, as we come up on the 10 o'clock news.
Well, I'd love to play Back to Bellac because it's new. I wrote it while I was in France. And look, it's a real emotional heartstring tugger for me too. I listen to it. And it is, look, can I just say, Jace, that this is something I never thought that I would do. I thought the boat might have sailed on doing a solo album because of the reasons I mentioned before, you know, the constraints of getting all the musicians, having the budget and everything like that. And so it's just been a wonderful opportunity for me to finally get my music out there after all these years. And everyone that listens to it and hears it, I thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoy it, to use an old cliche, as much as I did making the music.
I thought you were going to say, do yourself a favour and go and buy it.
Well, look, people are asking me, like I want to, once again, we're talking about modern approaches to music, but people are saying, I want to buy it on vinyl, I want to buy it on CD, and I haven't kind of set up any of those distribution deals or anything because I just didn't feel it was going to get like that. People of my vintage, you don't often get a record deal at 73. And so John Boylan and I did entertain it. John said, look, I'm going to try and get you a record deal. But the fact is, I understand that. John understands that. He John's working with Linda Ronstadt at the moment on a movie of her life. And Linda can't get a record deal. I mean, not that she can sing these days, but what I was saying. When people go and see the Rolling Stones, it's like, I want to hear Jumping Jack Flash. I don't want to hear something you guys have just recorded. So to get something new out there is a real pleasure.
Yeah, well, it's been a great pleasure talking to you once again, Derek Pellicci. Congratulations on the album, and we'll keep in touch, mate.
Always a pleasure, Jason. Thank you, and thanks to your listeners.
I'd flown to France in a neutral state of mind. No great expectations, no negative designs. Just focus on this whole day in the air and take it as it comes when I get there. It was colder than I expected it to be, but I was older, just shy of 73. Constant rain and gray skies left me feel that I was trapped. I'd just come from one to another city flat. I'm going back to Ballot one day. Just pack a case and quietly slip away. I was there for just an hour, and it got its hooks in me. And for 67 minutes I was free. I couldn't fault the comfort of the local train as it cruised through open fields and wild terrain. Then there I was, a picture postcard town. I felt at home the minute I stepped down. So I'm going back to Bella one day. Just pack a case and quietly slip away. I was there for just an hour, and it got its hooks in me. And for 67 minutes I was free.
Thanks again to Derek Pellicci for talking to us about his new album, Welcome to the Human Race. After 10, we've got Councillor Theresa Lane filling in for Mayor John Raven.
The house I'd come to view was tall and slim, with a view that even winter couldn't dim. But circumstances kept it out of reach, so I headed home. My quest was incomplete, but I'm going back to Ballot one day. Just pack a case and quietly slip away. I was there for just an hour, and it got its hooks in me. And for 67 minutes I was free. I'm going back to Ballot one day. Just pack a case and quietly slip away. I was there for just an hour, and it got its hooks in me. 67 minutes I was free.